Hello everyone, Levere here. I want to welcome you to this brief overview of how to earn a seven-figure income with cryptocurrency. I'm extremely excited about doing this video. This is the second video what I've done, but this is the updated version. And I'll tell you real quickly why I'm so excited. Man, if you're hearing this for the first time, you're going to be excited as well by the time we finish. First of all, what you're seeing on your screen is real. Yes. Earn a seven-figure income. Now, cryptocurrency, if you're not familiar with cryptocurrency and what it really is, we're going to talk about that for just a little bit, kind of help you to understand exactly what cryptocurrency is all about. Now, I'm the founder of a team called Team Spartacus. Team Spartacus is all about cryptocurrency and allowing and helping persons to learn more about what that is all about, what the industry is about, and how they can use crypto to, better their lives, to earn a nice financial nest egg, as it were, and put themselves in a much better financial situation. I'm a serial entrepreneur, guys. I've been an entrepreneur now for 17 years. I own a few businesses, both online and offline. And let me tell you, being an entrepreneur is the best decision I ever made. Walking away from my full-time job back in 2009 to become my own boss was the best choice I could have ever made. And I'm going to show you guys how you can do the same thing as well. Let's talk about cryptocurrency. Now, one definition is a digital currency in which encryption techniques are used to regulate the generation of units of currency and verify the transfer of funds operating independently of a central bank. Now, cryptocurrency is literally digital currency. Now, it's not regulated by the banking fraternity, as it were. It's totally off the grid. It's outside of the banking systems. It's deregulated. It's literally a currency or currencies that are controlled by individuals, by the people on a whole, the masses, not by the banks, not by the government. That's a very, very powerful thing because it now puts the power back into your hands. The first cryptocurrency was actually called Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin came about around 2009. It was published from a group called under the pseudonym of Satoshi Nakamoto, and Bitcoin really and truly was designed as a way of just completing transactions, exchanging, services and value. But it was never really designed to be a currency in itself. The interesting thing is it was really put out there as a way to avoid the exorbitant fees charged by intermediaries like MoneyGram and by PayPal and Western Union and so on. But it evolved over the next couple of years into something that is so much bigger. You see, just like paper money and gold that would have come before, again, Bitcoin is just a currency. Bitcoin is not a company. Bitcoin is not a program. It's just a currency that allows individuals to exchange value for services and so on. All right. Now, throughout history, Bitcoin, again, we mentioned is decentralized and it's digital. But for the first time in history, what we have now is an opportunity to have control, a lot more control of our own funds, and of course, a lot lower fees. Could you imagine being able to do the same business that you were doing before with fiat currency, but now you can do the same business and pay a fraction of those fees? Think about the amount of businesses and business persons that would be excited just to be able to do that, do business and pay by far less fees. And a lot of companies have recognized this, and because of that, they have been investing into Bitcoin and accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment as well. Companies like PayPal and MoneyGram and Microsoft, Visa, Google, and MasterCard, and so on, Western Union. Now you've got all these companies that are investing in Bitcoin because they realize we can't beat them, so we could as well join them. You see, gone are the days where we had to use cash. Gone are the days where you had to go to a store and pull cash out to purchase an item. Now you can go to a store, take a smartphone out, scan a QR code that is linked to an app that is connected to your bank account, and pay for your goods and services and items. This is the future that we're living in, guys. This is the future. We're living in it. We're experiencing it, and the way that money is transacted is happening all around us. It's changing. Companies like Subway and Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and so much more understand this, and because of this, you can now pay with Bitcoin as an actual currency for an exchange of goods and services. Now, you got to keep your Bitcoin safe. There are companies like Blockchain and Coinbase and Zappo and Copay and BitPay and many, many others that allow you to store your Bitcoin. Just as you would have a bank and a bank account that you will store your cash, you need to have a medium that allows you to store your Bitcoin safely as well. Because you better believe it, just as people have been trying to rob banks and rob hedge funds and rob individuals for years, persons are going to try to steal your Bitcoin. So you want to be mindful of that as well and protect yourself. Now, Bitcoin not only has a transactional value, but Bitcoin actually also has what we know as an appreciative value. Now, what this means is that you can literally buy some Bitcoin, have it in your e-wallet, and just leave it there. And over a period of time, based on the projection of Bitcoin in terms of value, you can see the value and the worth of your Bitcoin increase. Back in 2010, one Bitcoin was worth 6 cents. Fast forward to 2017, the value of Bitcoin has increased close to 50,000 times more than when it first came out. We're talking close to $3,000. This is, in 7 years, this is absolutely amazing. So it tells you that there's some serious potential with having Bitcoin in your possession. And it's not even done there. You see, if you had bought $100 worth of Bitcoin 7 years ago, you'd be sitting on between $75 million to $72.9 million right now. That is amazing. Think about that for a second. It's kind of like when Bill Gates would have shared with some folk years ago that he was looking to start a company called Microsoft and it had some major potential. Did everyone say, hey, that sounds like a good idea, I'm interested? No. Some thought it was a waste of time. Some thought he was crazy. But the persons who paid attention are now billionaires. And those who got in early, those who took advantage of, of getting in first and getting in when the market was hot and bought shares, guess what? Now they've made small fortunes. But the thing is, you're not even too late. If you're thinking you're too late, you are so far from the truth. Bitcoin is already being predicted to break $100,000 in some 10 years by some experts. Not only that, it's even being predicted to potentially hit $1 million in 5 to 10 years. Now, will it actually happen? I don't know. No one actually knows. But the question is, do you really want to sit around and not have any Bitcoin and if that to see what's going to happen between now and that time? Or do you want to at least get your hand on some Bitcoin, hopefully as much as possible, and even if it hits $10,000, even if it hits $5,000, that you are positioned long before that happens? You see, guys, in my country, there's a saying, it's called position is the art of gunnery. You want to be positioned early. It's called first mover advantage. So what really are your options? Well, option number one is you can invest in some Bitcoin, hold it for a couple of years and wait for the value of it to increase significantly. That is fine. You don't have to invest it into anything else. You don't have to put it in. You can just buy some and keep it in your e-wallet. Or option number two is invest a small amount of it and learn how to leverage it into a much larger amount of Bitcoin, a small fortune or even a large fortune. You see, since we're talking about leverage, if you remember Archimedes and that statement that he made, he said, give me a lever and the right place to stand, a long enough lever and a fulcrum, and I'll move the entire world for you. You see, leverage, guys, is what you need to understand if you want to achieve true financial freedom and independence. We're talking about being able to leverage your time and leverage your money. Because a lot of people, they have to try to balance the two. And there's some people who have a lot of time on their hands, but they're broke. But then you've got some people who have a lot of money, but they're so stressed out and so stretched altogether from working so hard to get that money that they have no time to spend with themselves, with their family, and with their loved ones. You don't want to have to choose between time and money, guys. You want to be able to enjoy the benefits and the sweetness of both of them. But if you're going to talk about leverage, why not leverage people? This is what the wealthy do. The wealthy don't do everything themselves. The wealthy outsource. They leverage. It's what your boss does if you have a job. He leverages your time. He leverages your expertise and your knowledge for his business. Well, what if you can have a business that you leverage for yourself? You see, it's interesting when we talk about leverage because a leveraging situation is what happens in a job. And if you're talking about a job, you're talking about a hierarchical structure, or what a lot of people call a pyramid structure or a pyramid thing. You see, if you have a job, you're pretty much part of a pyramid thing as far as most people understand it. Because you've got upper management, then you've got middle management, then you've got lower management. Now, most people down here hardly have any chance of ever being the CEO of the company that they're working for. You know, so in other words, the guy at the top will always make the most money. That's a pyramid structure. That is not what you want. You want to be in a situation that everyone can win, that everyone can advance, that everyone can have equal opportunity and rights. Now, even if you look at a church structure, you've got pastor, then ministers, and congregation. It's a hierarchy, all right? And the person at the top usually has more quote unquote power than the persons at the bottom. How about government? Prime minister or president, cabinet, citizens, school, principal, teachers, students. These are all examples of the most basic and widely used organizational structure ever that are used in everyday life. And if you think about it, a pyramid structure is actually, you know, pyramids are actually the strongest architectural achievement that man has ever created. Think about that for a second. Now, if you've ever heard of things, a company called GoFundMe, or if you've ever heard of Kickstarter, these are very, very popular and very, very successful ways of allowing persons and assisting persons and causes to raise vital funds, whether it be for life events or celebrations or graduations, whether it be for, you know, extenuating circumstances, accidents, illnesses, people trying to raise money for treatment. These are great ways for persons to raise money and help other people, you know, in their cause. Well, I want to welcome you guys to Bitfunza. It's a new way of raising Bitcoin and raising funds for 2000, starting off in 2017. Bitfunza was launched actually in the month of July in 2017. So it's still really, really early to plug in and be involved. And what Bitfunza does, it not only allows you to raise funds through using Bitcoin, but it allows for education. Through Bitfunza, individuals are taught how to be self-sufficient, how to be independent, and by doing that, they can learn how to advance themselves and the global Bitcoin community. All right, we're going to show you guys how to fund your dreams with Bitcoin for decades to come. Now, what I did mention is education. Yep, this is not like other programs out there that just say to you, oh, you just got to recruit. No, man, there's so much more to be had in this. In Bitfunza, you get to learn how to build business. You get to learn about the cryptocurrency industry. You get to learn how to trade, all of these things, and how to profit from the currency exchanges. All of these are things that you're going to get as a member of Bitfunza. How to trade on the currency exchanges, buying low, selling high, how to recognize market trends, when it's safe to buy and when it's safe to hold, you know, when it's safe to you know, which currencies to buy at what time and how much quantities. All of these are things that you are going to be taught as a member of Bitfunza. Now, this in itself, let me tell you, this training is worth thousands of dollars. If you've ever seen or known or understood anything about trading on currency exchanges, you know that you're talking now millions of dollars that are being earned by individuals who understand what to do. Imagine having professional traders teach you how to trade yourself. You can stay at home and you can do your own trades every day and make your own money. Now, this is what you call value for money. Now, why Bitfunza though? What makes Bitfunza so exciting and why did I choose to do it? Well, for one, it's totally peer-to-peer. Guys, I've lost so much money investing in different passive programs that promise a lot of high returns, and guess what? They crashed. They disappeared, and you know what? People lost money. So what you definitely want to do is have a system that is going to prevent you from losing money. Because it's peer-to-peer, no money is actually lodged with the company. No money is lodged with the admin. So actually, the company never has your money. Therefore, the company can't steal your money or run away with your money. It can't mishandle or misuse your money. That in itself is one of the major reasons you're going to love this business. It's very, very low cost, so it can assist a lot of individuals in third world countries as well to get started and change their future. Payments are instant and directly to your blockchain account. The security is extremely high. I can tell you, I speak to the owners of the company very, very often. I can tell you, these guys have put a lot of money into security for you to protect your information. And guys, of course, because it's so low cost, it's a very safe way, very cost-effective way as well to raise funds in Bitcoin currency towards many different causes, whether it's for churches, nonprofit organizations, groups, whatever it may be. This is the best it's going to get. Now let's talk strategy. Now we spoke about the trading and you can do that, you get the education, but how can we actually leverage people and work together as a team? But let's say you share this business with just 3 people. That be on your level 1. And on your level 1 pays you a total of 0.015. Okay, based on the current value of Bitcoin. All right, it would determine how much that amount is worth. Now, let's say those 3 people, they each referred 3 as well. So now you've got 9 people on your level 2. And those 9 people each referred 3, which is 27. Well, that would earn you just over $3,500 US. And as the value of Bitcoin increases, that goes up to $4,000. Guys, that's about 39 people. That's less than 40 people that allows you to earn about close to $4,000 US. This is per month, by the way. Each month, based on the amount you paid to start each level, will determine how much you pay every month for that specific level as well. So think about it. You just earned yourself close to $4,000. All you've done is share it with 3, who shared it with 3, who shared it with 3. You can do more if you want. Now, if this process continued on and those 27 people on your level 3, they each referred 3, who referred 3, well, guess what? Now you've got 363 people in your team. Now, if everybody in your team upgrades to their corresponding level, you are looking at, based on the cost of Bitcoin, well over $1 million, well over $2 million, but it works out to about 1,054.428 Bitcoin. You can plug that into your Bitcoin calculator and you can see how much it is worth right now. But keep in mind, the value of Bitcoin keeps on rising, so will your earnings. Now, the importance of being positioned, guys. You definitely want to make sure that you're positioned as high as possible. You want to qualify yourself at least to level 3. At least. But let's say that you were only qualified on levels 1 and 2. Well, it means you would only earn donations from people who fall on your level 1. So level 1 donations come to you. And the people on level 2. Level 2 donations will also come to you. But if you're not qualified to earn from level 3, if you haven't upgraded yourself to qualify for level 3 and beyond, all of those donations from level 3 and beyond will bypass you and go to the person above you that is qualified to earn from them. So you definitely want to make sure that you're qualified as high as possible from the very beginning. Now, the strategy we're going to work here, guys, if you buy a position, you refer 3, that completes your level 1. If those 3, and of course, everyone upgrades to level 3 at least, those 3 refer 3, that's now 9 people, you've completed your level 2. Then you move on again. When those 9 people on your level 3, have on your level 2, have referred their 3. Now you've got 27 people for a total of 39 people. That puts you anywhere between $35,000 to $4,000 US based on the price of Bitcoin right now. Again, I said it can increase. Help a couple other persons do this, and you can see yourself earning anywhere from $12,000 per month, which is $144,000 US per year, to $85,000 per. You have 34 people do it, you're looking at $85,000 per month, which is over $1 million per year. So on your level 4 alone, you can generate well over $1 million per year income because of that. So this is pretty awesome. You just helped 30-something people, boom, $84,000, and that is actually $1 million per year. So guys, the worth of your earnings are going to increase once your Bitcoin value increases as well. So you definitely want to duplicate this strategy with everyone that you bring to the business, and everyone is going to win big. Now, let's talk about how you get your money off. You've got cards, debit cards, but you can also get cash. People are always looking to pay you for Bitcoin. So you transfer the Bitcoin from your e-wallet to their e-wallet, and they give you the cash. Or you can order a debit card, transfer it to the card, and you can simply go to any ATM that accepts Visa or MasterCard, whichever card you have, and withdraw your funds. You can swipe the card, use it online, shop, buy groceries, whatever you choose to. Now, this is really, really exciting as well. Thanks to special cloning technology, your entire team will be moved into other platforms as well, and this is going to happen intact. What this means for you guys is that even though we're starting with Bitcoin, this 3x5 platform, we are literally going to take your entire team and we're going to move it over into another platform and allow you to continue earning. We're going to move into Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple. Guys, these are some of the strongest currencies following right behind Bitcoin. How awesome is that? So you don't have to build a whole nother team. You just build your team once, but you get to earn multiple times for the same effort. Now, that is exciting. And just to recap, guys, again, 363 people 1,054.428 Bitcoin, and that can put you in the range of over $2.7 million. And don't forget that your earnings are monthly. We encourage you to come and join with us and grow with us, guys. Join our amazing team. This is Team Spartacus. We're not going to force you to do it, but like, you know, Richard Branson said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure if you can do it, just say yes and just learn how to do it later on. We look forward to welcoming you at the top. Get back to whoever shared this video with you, and let's just get you started. Welcome to Bitfundza, guys. Let's make some money. Have a good one. Bye-bye.